host of the Gridiron.
Now, this is nothing huge. Nothing huge at all. But they signed 5 players to futures contracts. It's McAtamney. You can. It was the Scottish or Irish. I mean, you can tell the red hair there. I mean, yeah. But they got him. They signed him back, so that's good. But I mean, the 5 guys that they got here. All right, so we got Giants begin building the 2025 roster. They signed 5 players to reserve futures contracts. Several practice squad players brought back for the 2025 seasons. That's good. That is a good thing. Amidst all of Monday's other bigger news, the Giants began putting together the pieces of the 2025 90-man roster by signing 5 players to reserve futures contracts. Right, so it's absolutely, let's not forget, right? Well, I said one of them who won't be on the team probably will be the, as I talked about, Isaiah Hodgins. He leaves the Giants for the San Francisco 49ers. Let me read that one real fast here. So he won't be on the 90-man roster, and it's just one of those things. The wide receiver had lost his role with the Giants' offense. I can't even sometimes talk. How could this guy be such? I don't want to say such an intricate part, but I mean, he, did pretty good 2 years ago, and now it's like, the guy can't even make the team. It's like, we went to the playoffs 2 years ago with this guy on the team, on the roster. We were completing passes to him. And now he's same guy, same offense. He's 3 years in the same offense. He should know that, and he's on the practice squad. But let's say Isaiah Hodgins, who starred when he came to the Giants during the second half of the 2022 season, but saw his role diminished the last 2 months, has left the Giants for the 49ers. Hodgins on Tuesday signed a reserve futures contract with the 49ers. Hodgins was claimed by the wide receiver needy Giants in the middle of the 2022 season. He caught 33 passes for 351 yards and 4 touchdowns in 8 games. So you basically just double that, right? He was on pace for 66 catches, 700 yards, and 8 touchdowns in a season. And now we can't even use him. I don't. I'm a little lost there. I don't. Well, I mean, obviously, I guess one of the biggest things is the fact that with Malik, obviously Wandale. So the other one, he's not. I guess he's not bumping out, so to speak. I guess Darius Slayton. I guess, but in the Giants' 31-24 victory over the Vikings in the wild card round, Hodgins had a brilliant game. He caught 8 passes for 105 yards and a touchdown, and he did that, and his foot was all messed up. 2023, Hodgins' role decreased, and he caught only 21 passes for 230 yards and 3 touchdowns over a full 17-game schedule. Same guy, that's just 2024, his role decreased even further. He spent the season on a practice squad. The Giants elevated Hodgins for 3 games, and he caught just 2 passes. I mean, Hodgins will hope for a bigger opportunity in San Francisco. So, well, good for him. I hope. Now, it'd be interesting to see, what goes on with San Francisco there. But if what would you say? Shanahan's, can dial stuff up for him and all and everything. I'm sure. Hopefully, he'll get some better time, more time there, playing time, shall we say? I mean, it's just odd. One of the things also is that you kind of look at is that the Giants were decimated with injuries this season, but one of the areas that they really weren't was wide receivers. Now Malik every week had something different every week. He was coming up every week. Him and Burns every week on they played all the time, right? But Wandale played, right? Malik played. I mean, obviously, they had 202 receptions between the two of them. I mean, that's for such a crappy team. That's pretty mind blowing. The offensive lineman, yep. But it's because we brought offensive linemen in, but we bring them in, and some of them just, So GVR is gone. I think they said, well, not gone, but he's a free agent. I think they said Stinney. And there was somebody else they were talking about. I can't remember. But we're going to need, absolutely, we're going to need some offensive linemen. Oh, yeah, going forward. Because what are they going to do with Evan Neal? I mean, is he a tackle? Or are they going to bring him in the guard, right? We got Illuminor for one more year. Do we have our starting right tackle on this roster going forward? I mean, for years to come. I don't see that. You back up retire. Oh, well, that's it. The past 2 years, Thomas has missed like 18 games. I don't want to say is he wearing out or something, but he missed a bunch of time last year, and he missed a load of time this year. And that was one of the things is once, he played, I forgot what it was, the first 6 games or so, we were 2-3 at one point, right? We had, we were kind of in the fight, and then once he went, like the floodgates opened up and all these guys started getting injured. We had wound up with 10 different starting offensive line combinations. And that's just a kiss of death as well, too. Illuminor's going from the right side to the left side. You put Evan Neal in there. We had Hubbard in there, the tackles, and it just, John Michael Schmitz got hurt. We had to put GVR in at center. Moving guys all around. John Runyon, who of course never got injured. Turnstiles, yep. But John Runyon comes in, right? I don't know if he ever missed a game with the Packers, and that was one of the things. Oh, it's going to bring this guy in. Good, solid guard. Doesn't miss time. Doesn't get injured. Comes here. What's he do? Gets injured. Shocking. Oh, these freaking injuries are killing me. So the Giants, they signed to the future reserve futures contract. Casey Rogers and Ross Blaylock, centers Jimmy Morrissey and Bryan Hudson, and place kicker Jude McAtamney. All 5 players ended the season on the Giants practice squad. Rogers, who was an undrafted free agent rookie, played in 2 games. McAtamney, who was also an undrafted rookie free agent, kicked a field goal and an extra point against the Commanders in his only game. Morrissey was on the practice squad from August 28th to December 10th, when he was designated practice squad injured reserved. Or squad injured, I'm sorry, just practice squad injured. The latter date was when Blaylock joined the practice squad. Hudson was signed to the practice squad on November 6th. Morrissey appeared in 14 games with 4 starts for the Texans from 2021 to 2023. Blaylock has 44 games of NFL experience with the Texans, Jaguars, and the Titans, and Hudson has never appeared in an NFL game. So the Giants, they starting to fill out their 90-man roster. Of course, as I said, that little thing, Hodgins won't be there. So good for him. Hope he does well. Right, good for him. I said if he can ever find any kind of a role there with San Francisco, if Shanahan's there, I'm sure he'll get some passes. Just a little more. I can see this year because the Giants wide receivers. Hyatt seemed like he was always there, right? We had the Fab Four, we had Hyatt, we had Slate, we had Wandale, we had Malik, right? Almost every game. So there wasn't much. We had Bryce Ford Wheaton, but a lot of him was maybe was a practice squad. I'm not the practice squad. Special teams. You only have so many, wide receivers up. So, so those guys kind of stayed healthy, especially the top 4. And that kept Hodgins on the practice squad, kept them, So if there's ever a point in time with the 49ers going to elevate them, hopefully he'll get some catches and all and everything. But It's a shame, but it is what it is.